Hello, Blazers! My name is Halcyon, and I am a 18-year Burning Man veteran, and I am excited to have my virgin year at Blazing Swan. I don't know exactly what to expect, except for if the people I meet are anything like the amazing folks that have reached out and connected with me online. I am super excited to extend my Burning Man family into a Blazing Swan family and maybe connect the worldwide community a little bit more. Hopefully I can, answer or share about anything that is going on in the US with our community and learn from things that you guys are doing in yours. I wanted to just share a little bit about basic principle things that I have been studying and learning from for the last 18 years. The principle that has been the most impactful to me is that of gifting. And it's important to understand what gifting is because it's more subtle and more significant than initially might seem. It took me a few years to get it. I used to think, that it meant barter, that it meant, if somebody has some food that they want to offer me, then I need to give them a bracelet. But that's an exchange. That means that you think you have something of value, and I think I have something of equal value, and as we trade it, we both feel like neither one of us has been screwed, but neither one of us has been gifted. It's a transaction, just like a money transaction, which is a fine way to operate a financial system, but it's not gifting. Gifting is when you give something to someone without expectation of anything in return. You want them to have that. You want their experience to be lifted. So they get a +1 without having to reciprocate. They feel good about it, that makes you feel good. So instead of having a sum of 0, you have a +1 and a +1. Like Christmas morning, when a kid opens a present that they're gonna like and you shop forever for them, and they open up and they're like, oh man, awesome! And then you feel their excitement and you feel good too. +1, +1. And when you start practicing gifting, it isn't just about stuff. It can be. It can be a jewelry piece that you made. It can be a little trinket doodad that you want to give away. It can also be a food item that you've created. It can be a massage. It can be your attention. It can be your skills. It can be a hug. It can be a piece of art. Gifting isn't about giving stuff to people. Gifting is about seeing the world as full of opportunities where you can make someone else's experience better, and in doing so, get happier. And when you start to get that, the whole world changes. I don't know what it's like in Australia, but in the US, we're taught that to get happier, we need to get more stuff. We need to get more status. We need to get more acquisitions. We need to get a newer car and a better phone. But the truth is that most of us have so much stuff that we are no longer hungry and cold, and the more stuff we get does not make us more and more happy. But we keep doing it because that's what we're trained to do. And so we get loaded up with stuff, and we can get kind of depressed. And when you start to realize that the world is full of these opportunities, these billions of opportunities to get happier yourself because you do something kind to them, it makes the world dramatically different. And at places like Burning Man and at Blazing Swan, these are our practice grounds, our scrimmage games, where we can try it out, where you can just be kind to people. See someone struggling with a tent stake and go, hey, let me hold that down for you. See somebody cooking and say, you want me to wash off these dishes for you? See somebody getting ready to go into a porta potty that doesn't have any toilet paper and say, you know what, here's some of my toilet paper. There are an infinite number of ways to gift. And hopefully one of the gifts that you'll receive from having an experience like this is that you start to see the gifts that you have that you may not have even noticed or seen or appreciated because we haven't had a context in which to value it. You might see yourself as an artist in a way that you never have before. You might see yourself as a healer in a way you haven't before. As a good participant. Participating in someone else's art or performance, that is a gift as well. They are gifting you their art. You are gifting them your attention. So I hope that you appreciate that, because with my luggage requirements, I don't have that much room to bring physical gifts. And I promise this whole talk isn't just an excuse for my lack of bracelets and trinkets to give away. It's an attempt to try to see how the entire event of Blazing Swan is an opportunity to reset the transactional framework that you've been raised under, or I've been raised under. When I meet you, hopefully I'll get more insight into how you've been raised. I'm very excited about traveling and very nervous and very scared, so please be kind to me. And that's just one of the principles. So I hope I can be a resource in talking about how the principles affect us in our festival life or our event life, as well as in the default world. I got so involved with gifting and so passionate about it that I helped start a homeless outreach charity year-round that's been going for 6 years in San Diego. And it's absolutely the product of being just transformed by gifting, finding out that being of service in the world is not something that I need to do because I owe it to the world to alleviate my guilt, but something I do because it selfishly makes me happier. That your joy gives me joy. I hope I have an opportunity to give you joy purely from a selfish perspective. Can't wait to meet you. See you shortly. I'd love to connect more in the days leading up to the event and meet as many people as possible when I get there. If you see me in the Blazing Swan City, please give me a hug. I am so looking forward to meeting you and hugging you and experiencing your gifts. See you soon. I love you.